Hey, this is Dark Star. I was going to record my 737 attempt. Another one, they usually fail. But we're going SBGL to SCEL, somewhere in South America here. Going across. Coming down right over the mountains. That'll be interesting. Alright, so I've already got clearance to push back. We did the loading. We're going to request our pushback now.
Boeing Alpha Mike 214 requesting pushback. Boeing Alpha Mike 214 pushback request accepted.
Tow bar in place, Captain.
So I've had one of these where I didn't have to do anything and they did the pushback, and I've had others where it was going to push me into a building or whatever. So technically we want to go to the right here, I think.
You are cleared to start engines.
Galeo ground Boeing Alpha Mike 214 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right. Boeing Alpha Mike 214. Your request has been transmitted to the operator. Galeo ground Boeing Alpha Mike 214 requesting the end of pushback.
It's going to push me right into that pole.
Pushback complete, Captain.
Alpha Mike 214 request to end pushback received.
Ooh. It said we already did passenger boarding. Board the passengers. And I didn't get the normal progress, so I have no idea what happened there. Might fail us. Let's ask for taxi clearance.
Galeo ground Boeing Alpha Mike 214 with whiskey ready to taxi IFR. For taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway Lima 1 Mike Tango November. Contact tower on 118. 2 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 28 via taxiway Lima 1 Mike Tango November Boeing Alpha Mike 214.
Okay. And I think we're still waiting for the engines to fully start. We should have loaded the flight plan here, Control 2. So let's look at this and get this going. Let's see. So we can look at legs and see what we have here. Okay, we've got some discontinuities, but we can fly those. Alright, let's go to a knit. See, we're at 350. Put that in as our 0 fuel weight. This, I have no idea what to put here. Takeoff, 5 degrees of flaps. We can just accept these speeds. So rotate 137. CG, is that an autofill one? Trim 5. Okay. Now there's one in here that I always miss, so let's just see. Let's look at our position. So our reference airport was SBGL. SBGL. Okay. Close enough, I think. Perf, I guess we already filled out. Which I think took us to Takeoff. Approach we'll do later, but let's just assume it'll be that. Now one thing, there it is, settings, weight, and balance. Okay, so that's filled out, I guess. Okay, settings, weight, and balance. That's the one I think I always miss. And then there's, I think because we're in takeoff phase, that goes to takeoff. We will fill out our arrival when we're in flight. And is there anything else we need? I don't think so. There is one, actually. We need to know, and this should be on here as well. Yeah. 111.0 and course 177. Now if we look at 17 right, 111.0, and we could go to the charts too. So I always have to turn this full bright to see it. And then we can do our 111.1. Activate that, and 111.1. And then it seems to work without it. 111 is okay. So now we have our ILS in both, and now we need to put our course 177 in both. .177, and then we're gonna get our altitude up to flight level 350. And our departure runway is 28, which will have, and I don't know if we're on true or magnetic, but that's a huge deviation from true to magnetic. But let's go with magnetic to start with. 277. And I think we can punch in L nav, V nav. Nope, guess not. Not sure what all we need to put in. I think this is supposed to be like 160 or something. Alright, and I think that is the setup all done. So now we have to figure out our taxi. Okay, we got a long ways to taxi, so I'm gonna pause here and I'll be back for the takeoff. Okay, it's about 3 miles away, but we're finally almost to our hold short. of our departure runway 28. We've got flaps down to 5. We're gonna enable RTO. We will come around here. Stopped a little too soon. Nope. There we go. Get our takeoff clearance.
Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 at runway 28 ready for departure IFR to Santiago.
Hope they fix that soon.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28 Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214. To all passengers, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
And I'm going to attempt to hand fly the takeoff until we get to about 10,000 feet. Then I'll let the plane finish. So we want to stay below about 200 knots, definitely below 250 until we get to 10,000. So we'll see how this goes. All right. To the right. 137.
V1, rotate.
There's our V1, and we are off the ground. Gear up. Ease that throttle back just a little bit. And we are getting a little fast. There we go. Little trim. Oops.
Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214, contact Brasilia Center on 124. 8. Good day. 124. 8 for Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214. Brasilia Center Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 is at 900 feet climbing FL Tree 60.
Boeing Alpha Alpha, Mike 214 Brasilia Center QNH 10, 1 tree radar contact, continue.
Okay, we can start getting our flaps up now. Now, flaps fully up. Get a little bit better view of our mountains here as we climb out. Now we're supposed to expect vectors here. Let's see where we're going to. Okay, so basically straight ahead. I guess we'll follow the sky dots. All right, 7,000. So we're going to want a heading hold on 278. If it's going to let me. Coming up on 10,000. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go autopilot on, heading select. So just hold our heading. Now, why is it bouncing? Okay, let's set a speed. Now let's go ahead and go. Is it going to do that? So weird. Okay, so I think following this is probably about right. What I'm actually gonna do is go down here to our legs, and we're just gonna say we've got a vector to go to Medini. We will execute that. Now we should be able to go to LNAV, and it should fly us to Medini. We're still climbing, good climb rate. Now, why is our speed a little slow? We did get auto throttle on. Let's see. Maybe I think we're max N1 is the problem. We could speed up if we lower our vertical speed. The other option would be, so that's one way to do it. The other would be to execute a level change, and then we dial in the speed we want to hold. Like let's just say 250 for now. And I'm in no way an expert on this. I am learning. I am recording so that I can learn. And maybe people can clue me into what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so we've got flaps up. We've got gear up. We've got our autopilot on. We're going to climb out to our wrong altitude. We got instructed to climb to 360. So I do know that either FLC mode in some planes or level change here, means prioritize speed. So it's going to attempt to hold your speed and climb at whatever rate it can. If you don't have auto throttles, it's going to be based on whatever you have your throttle set at. It'll use any excess speed. We can switch to standard pressure for our altimeter. Let's dial this out a little and see where we're going here. Looks like there's a step climb scheduled out here. I doubt there's actually one programmed into the doohickey. And if there is, we would actually execute it based on, I think, ATC instructions. For that information, we go to VNAV. There's a step climb to 390 scheduled here. That's what it is. We might request a 3,000 foot bump around that time, just to practice doing one. Okay, a nice clean climb out, I think. I don't know what the speed schedules are for a 737, you know, at what speeds it would actually climb out. It looks like the FLC wants to put it way up here. I think I'm just going to turn off speed intervention and let the computer drive the speeds. Is that going to do that? I thought it would go, what do I need to do, VNAV? So let's go. Maybe not. I wish it would put like the target speed here. With some kind of indicator. I'm assuming it's gonna go for 281. Let's see if it goes to 281. Sort of just learning this by figuring out what it does. I've watched a bunch of videos and everything, but they don't always explain every single thing on the screen, so I haven't picked up on that one yet. Like, you know, I mean, your altitude still shows here, even though you've got it dialed in here. I wonder why they chose not to display the Mach here, even with some kind of indicator, because I know it has like letters and stuff it can put on the front. Seems like that would have been a good thing to do. Like, you know, F for the computer selected speed. And like, I'm not sure what this white mark is. Isn't that the computer selected target speed? And I don't have any caution indicators, but the light came on. I think I've seen that before. It has something to do with yaw damper on, maybe. I think I'm supposed to turn that on a lot earlier. I don't even turn on my lights and everything. I'm bad. One thing at a time. All right. Looks like we're gonna get up to 3,600 here. I think I'll come back when it's about time to do the step climb. I'm gonna do a little bit of research in the meantime on how to do that, because normally when I don't do anything and it just skips past it. It doesn't actually execute it. I'm not sure how to get it to execute it, or if I have to execute it, or what we do. So, but we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I did a little bit of research on how that's supposed to work, and I'm going to do a little practice on doing it and see how that goes. And then I think I'm just going to skip to descent and see if we can bring this in, because this is a very, very long flight and I don't have that kind of time today. So we're going to try a skip to descent and see how it goes. So first step though, so assuming we were actually at our step climb, we'd get an indication that it's, well, I mean, right now we're 437 nautical miles from the climb, but as we get closer, this will count down. There we go, 436. And when you're ready to climb and you have ATC approval, we would climb to 3,900. But from what I understand, you have to do it manually. So let's request an altitude increase of 3,000 feet.
Curitiba Center, Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214. Request FL Tree 90.
Boeing Alpha Alpha, Mike 214 climb and maintain FL Tree 90.
Roger that.
Climb and maintain FL Tree 90, Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
All right, so now we dial in our step climb altitude. And according to what I read, you hit altitude intervention. And that should start our climb. And it should take us up to the flight level 390. Looks like it's working. So I think you're just expected to watch the map and then coordinate with air traffic control and then change your flight level. Okay. Let's sim rate up here a little bit and get up to 390. And then we'll do our skip to descent and we'll see how that goes. So I'm guessing it's going to bring us in somewhere in this region. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. There's our bell. Slow down the sim rate back to normal time. 89012 looks good. Go faster. All right, now we're at 3900. Steady out. Here we go. Skip to descent.
Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 contact Mendoza Center on 1221. Good day.
Let's see, autopilot off. We're gonna have to dive a little bit here to pick up some speed.
1 Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Why is it doing the
Mendoza
thing?
Center, Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 is at FL 235 climbing FL Tree 90.
Boeing Alpha, Alpha Mike 214 Mendoza Center radar contact. Continue to EL 790.
Okay.
Boeing Alpha, Alpha Mike 214 contact Santiago Center on 119er. 7.
So
Good day.
it just wreaks havoc with your
119er. 7 for Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Okay, stop bouncing.
Santiago Center Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 is passing FL 220, climbing FL tree 90. Careful, Captain. To all passengers, we've just been cleared to land at Arturo Merino Benitez International. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants will be moving through the cabin, making a final compliance check and pick up any remaining trash. Thank you.
What did we just get dinged for? Flaps are up. What is it talking about? Now we are way out there still. But why would it put a 737 at 22,000 feet going 90 knots? That's just insane. Okay. Let's try and get autopilot on. So first of all, altitude hold. We want our current heading, I guess. Where's 213? Thereabouts. Let's try that with autopilot first. Okay. So I didn't catch all of what it was wanting to do here. But I don't know, let's get us to seems to want to descend. Did it give us a descent order? I mean, our little things here are descending, but let's just drop to 20,000. Can we do that again? Auto throttle. Take a minute to just look out the window here. Wow, that's nice.
Boeing Alpha, Alpha, Mike 214, you are 16,300 feet below your assigned altitude.
You are kidding me.
FL tree 90.
You want me to climb back to
Climb and maintain
390.
FL tree 90 Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Wow, okay. We can do that. We skip, so we have like a ton of fuel. What are you doing?
Boeing Alpha, Alpha Mike 214 descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 foot Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Okay, would you make up your mind? Throttling back for the dive. Okay, let's get our LNAV back. Oh, no.
Boeing Alpha, Alpha Mike 214 are 64 miles north. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors ILS Zulu runway 17 are approach.
We
Boeing
need
Alpha,
to...
Alpha Mike 214, you are 63 miles north of Santiago. Descend and maintain 7,100 feet. Contact Santiago Tower on 118. Tree 5.
Descend and maintain 7,100 feet. Tower on 118. Tree 5 Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214. Santiago Tower Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 21460 miles north inbound ILS Zulu runway 17 are approach.
Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 Santiago Tower. QNH 101 tree. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 17 are approach.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway 17 are approach Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Okay. Now can we get LNAV on? Okay, we should be back on. So what I just did there is you have to find your next waypoint and select it. That copies it down into the scratch pad. And then you go back up to the first page and you paste it in at the top. And then it becomes your next waypoint. Okay, so we are currently descending at a pretty good clip. We got to get things set up here pretty fast. As we get down below 18,000, we will need to set our altimeter setting. So I'm getting ready to do that. And then we will, I don't know if it's going to automatically slow down below 250 as it goes below 10,000 feet, or if we have to do that manually. I've had it fail to do it, so I think I'm going to do it myself. First, we set our altimeter. And I usually set this a couple of times as I get closer. So let's go to... Let's dial this down to 240. And do speed intervention and see what that does. Okay. Now let's check our ILS frequencies. They are broken. 11110 activate. Nope. 11110. What? 1110. Wow, really? It is completely broken. There's no decimal point. What if we just say activate? Nope. It is not going to be able to fly an ILS approach. What if we... Nope. We did slow down, that's good. Now if I do that, it's going to speed back up, right? So I think we have to turn that off. Okay, we're still descending to 1700. Let's see what we've got in here. Pretty soon we're going to be down, need to be down to lower, right? Like we are rapidly running out of time here. This is the wrong frequency. And it will not let us enter the correct frequency. Oh my God. Yep. Okay, no ILS approach for us, I guess. Just ridiculous. Okay, let's just go all the way down. We know we need to get to 5,000 here at some point. Does this tell us? Nope, this doesn't have them. Okay, let's look at our, so after 5,000 SEDPA, 4,000 at IEM 77. Okay. We are still descending. I feel like we probably need to be slowing down pretty good here. And I think we need a faster descent rate. And I think I'm gonna turn off auto throttle. Am I controlling the throttle or what? I'm not hearing any difference in sounds. I'm not seeing any change in speed. There we go. That should be full spoilers. Let's get first notch of flaps out, see if that helps us slow down. I know we're descending at a pretty good clip, but I've done way faster. Let's go all the way to 5.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Because we got to get down here or we're not going to make it to the runway. What are you doing to me, man? Let's go ahead and get our gear down. And I'm not hearing any change in the engines. We need to check our runway real quick. It's 17 right, which is going to put us at 17 right is going to be at 1,550 feet. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So let's set a floor of about 2,000 for now, just in case. get those spoilers off now. Leave them armed. Let's go ahead and get more flaps down. Wonder why the sound is broken. Like, because normally I go a lot by the engine sounds. Like, auto throttle's off, right? I've still got autopilot on for nav. To hopefully help me stay lined up with the runway. I just don't think it's going to do an ILS approach with only one runway dialed in. It sort of looks like it might be. So I can put it in approach mode. If we can get on the glide slope here. Arm approach. Nope, doesn't look like it wants to arm approach. Looks like it's taking us right in. What is VNAV? Is VNAV on? I feel like we're above the glide slope, even though these are above us.
Boeing Alpha Alpha, Mike 214 wind calm. Cleared to land runway 17R.
Okay, going full flaps.
Clear to land runway 17, our Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214. Over speed.
Oops, okay. Getting dinged for that, that's for sure. Okay, gears down and locked. Speed brake is armed.
500.
Nope, won't arm approach. Autopilot off.
400.
Oh, I let it get a little bit slow there.
300.
Okay, that's better.
200.
What about 140? I let it climb a little bit much, but I'm still a little low on the glide path.
100. Approaching minimums.
Very bouncy, sorry.
50. 40. 30.
Okay, throttle.
20.
Oh, that's
10.
gonna be rough. That's a bounce. All right.
Boeing Alpha Alpha, Mike 214. Did you hear my last transmission?
What is it? Sure.
Clear to land runway 17, are Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Boeing Alpha Alpha, Mike 214 exit runway when able. Alpha Alpha, Mike 214 exit runway when able.
I know, I'm doing it. Yeah, I didn't get.
Alpha Alpha, Mike 214
God.
contact ground on 122. 6.
122. 6 for Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
So I didn't catch it before, but it is saying 1105 here, and there's no DME because we don't have an ILS on that frequency here.
Ground Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214, request taxi to parking.
Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214 taxi to gate 21 using taxiway uniform golf.
Uniform golf.
Taxiing to gate 21 using taxiway uniform golf Boeing Alpha Alpha Mike 214.
Okay, let's see if we can actually, I know I've got the markers on and everything, but, so we would be looking for uniform, which would suggest it's the middle way here, and Zulu going this way. So, I mean, I'm on this one, so there's not a lot of options, so I'd be able to find uniform. Uniform golf, so that was Papa, right? Go back, golf straight ahead. Run over this guy in the car on the taxiway. Nailed it. Okay, we're supposed to be going to gate 21. How would we ever find that? In theory, there should be so let's see. Yeah, run over that guy too. I have no idea where we would be here. Okay, there's golf. So 21, there we go. There's a glider. Where's the little guy waving us in? Nope, too soon. All right, we got credit for that one. And, oh, my spoilers are still up. I need to stop arming them because I have a mapping that does those and reverse thrust. And then I could do that instead. So let's see. So if I use my controller, I've got spoilers and reverse thrust. Yeah, there we go. And then unspoiler, unreverse thrust. Alright, and we have shut off the engines. I haven't got into all of the do everything manually yet. I'm still trying to just get the missions to work. Alright, catch you all later. I guess let's see our score. I don't even know what this was. The flaps weren't out. Not very good. You send the plane flying through the air and all of a sudden the passengers get upset. Fortunately, one thing I found is that when you skip all those sections, the change in your reputation doesn't move very much. If you fly the whole thing, then like it would have gone like either way down or way up depending on what your score was. Like it'll go all the way from like low B all the way up into S tier if I fly a whole medium cargo mission and get a high S tier rating. But if you skip, then it just barely moves a little bit, even if you do real good or real bad. So, weird. .309. And this is my plane that has not yet had its maiden voyage. I'm waiting to see some more test 737 missions before I go for it. I think that's where we bought the Boeing. And I had to sell my PC-12s for now because they were all broken. If I want one, I'll pop it down where I want to fly it. So what I've been doing lately is actually flying employee missions all through South America, just to get it more unlocked. So I've unlocked quite a bit here. And I've got these big city areas unlocked now, so hopefully I'll be able to fly out of these with the 737 if I need to. I just flew out down here to test that area, make sure it's okay. So I'll mark SBGL as it worked. And arriving at SCEL also was okay. Unfortunately, my 737 is up here in Miami, waiting for its maiden voyage. KMIA, that's where I am right there. So we could potentially try to fly this one, but I will see you later.